Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Melissa. A little ashamed to admit this, but I was very much influenced to pick up the new-ish Tier cushion foundation. I'm sure you've seen this literally everywhere. Everyone claims this to be the best foundation to exist. So I picked it up. So today I'm going to be sharing with you what I think about it. We're going to be doing a full day wear test. It's not my first impression because I have tried it, so I do have some thoughts. But let's go ahead and apply it. I'm going to wear it for a few hours and then I will share with you what I think about this viral best foundation in the world. Before we get into all that, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. I'd love to have you a part of my YouTube family. Before we get into applying and all that, I picked up a mini. So I purchased mine off of Amazon. They come in a mini size and a full size. Mini size is currently about 15, whereas the full size is about 25. I really like that it comes in a mini. I think more foundation should do that because I have like two drawers full of foundation that I'm never gonna go through, honestly. So if more brands did miniature foundations, I think that would be pretty cool. But yeah, it was about 15 bucks. Check Amazon. There's always like coupons available as well. They recently expanded their shade range. I believe they have about 30 shades now, if I'm not mistaken. The shade I did purchase is 21 and Ivory. It is a little bit too deep for me, but I can make it work. But yeah, let's get into it. All I have on right now is skincare. For reference, I have about normal skin. Right now, I have some pretty bad dry patches along my eye. Got some acne that's healing up. I have some redness. So I've got quite a few things I need to cover up. I have pretty large pores around this area, broken capillaries, dark circles. So there's a lot going on here. So I think what I'm going to do for one side, I'm going to apply a primer, and then one side I'm just going to leave it with skincare. For primer, I'm going to be using the NYX Plump Right Back. This has been one of my favorites at the moment. It's like a gripping primer, but not super sticky. It does add a little bit of moisture to the skin, but nothing too crazy. So I'm just going to go in with one pump and apply that to the right side of my face. And you just want to let the primer sit for about a minute just so that it absorbs. So this is a cushion foundation. So it is going to come with a cushion applicator. I don't know if you call it applicator or cushion. Since this is the mini, quite tiny. Also has a mirror in the package. So this is very much like your traditional cushion foundation. Comes with a little cap that covers the actual product. Inside, you're going to find a sponge that has a bunch of liquid foundation basically immersed in it. Then it comes with a little applicator. So all you want to do is press it into the sponge and go directly onto the skin. Picking some up on the applicator. It's very much as if you were using like a beauty blender or sponge to apply. It's not my favorite method to apply foundation, quite honestly. But for the sake of the video, I'm gonna try to apply. As you can see, it's very luminous. It is a little bit dark for me, but it's okay. We can make that work. Has pretty good coverage. I'd say it's about like medium coverage. Does a good job of like covering up acne, redness, discoloration. So this is one light layer, and this is nothing. like I said, I'm not a big fan of applying foundations up with a sponge or like this little applicator it comes with. So I'm going to do the other side with a brush. I'm more of a brush person when it comes to foundation. See, the brush, I think, is giving slightly less coverage, but I'm okay with that because I feel like the applicator is a bit heavy and the foundation's just sort of sitting on the skin. So yeah, I think the brush gives slightly less coverage, but I'm okay with it because this side, I feel like it put down too much product. So I'm just gonna go over this side with the brush just to really blend things out and pick up any extra product. I feel like when you have too much foundation on the skin is when things start to get uh, not so pretty. Foundation starts to crease a lot faster, starts to get cakey a lot faster if it's just sitting on the skin, not blended into the skin really well. So, yeah, maybe a bit cumbersome if you prefer just to go in with the applicator, that you'll have to have like an extra tool. But if you have a brush, I would recommend going in with the brush instead. And this is one light layer all over the skin. I will say coverage is impeccable. It's got like some radiance to it. It covered up my acne pretty well. You can see like the larger acne still poking through. Redness is completely gone. It doesn't look super seamless on the skin. I can still sort of like see it sitting in certain areas. But let me go ahead and do the rest of my makeup and I will be right back. All right, so I have gone ahead and finished the rest of my makeup. Nothing too crazy, pretty simple. I just applied concealer under the eye and set primarily under the eye. The rest of the face, there's no concealer. I have bronzer, blush, mascara, a little bit of eyeshadow to my brows, lip gloss. But I wanted to leave the foundation alone as much as possible. So I did set primarily in the T-zone, just very light, whatever was left over from under the eyes. But this is what everything is looking like right now. It's currently 4:30 Eastern Standard Time. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna wear it for a few hours and then I will be back to let you know my thoughts, what the foundation is looking like after a few hours. It's pretty hot outside. I sweat a lot, so let's see. And this is what it looks like in natural light. Currently 8 o'clock, so I've had it on about 4 hours. That's what we're looking like. All right, so it's currently 12:40, so I've had the foundation on for about 8 hours now. I do wear glasses, so let's go ahead and take these off and take a look at how everything has worn these last few hours. So I had applied a primer on this side and none on this side. I will say both sides look pretty similar. I don't feel like one side looks more broken down than the other. Obviously, around my glasses, the product picked up, so that's pretty normal. I will say it's quite oily. Around my nose, product has started to separate and gather in creases. But overall, the rest of my skin actually doesn't look bad. I probably could just blend out those areas. Yeah, so like if you wanted to fix this foundation, just blend everything back out. It still looks really good. Like around my mouth hasn't broken up, my chin coverage is still there. Around the acne, it's not looking too dry and cakey. Overall, it's looking pretty nice. So I did try this foundation um a few days ago, but I wanted to give it another chance because that day my skin was very problematic. Like I had a bunch of dry patches. So what I did to overcompensate was use a bunch of moisturizers. So that day, and I used the applicator to apply it that day. Only the applicator, no brush. I found the foundation to be very heavy. It felt like a mask. I did not like it. I literally had it on for maybe 2 hours and I had to wash my face. I found that it just looked really bad on my skin, like very heavy, very cakey. Um, I just was not feeling it. I was like, all right, let me go ahead. My skin is a little bit better today. Let's try it out for a few hours. I didn't wear as emollient moisturizers today. I still moisturize, but that particular day I was wearing a lot thicker of a face cream. So I will say today my impression has been a lot more positive than my initial reaction. And if I have some like images, I'll include them because I did try to film like a video when I first did it, but again, I was not feeling it at all, so I just kind of scrapped that video. But if I have any of those images, I will include it just so you can see. It just looked like a mask, but very heavy, like very full coverage, very cakey. It just wasn't like it at all. Sitting on top of the skin. Yeah, I was not a fan that day. But today is a whole different story. So, like I've already stated, I'm not a huge fan of cushion foundations in general, and that mostly is due to the applicator. I don't like them. It's not something specific to this cushion foundation, it's every cushion foundation I've ever tried. I prefer to actually pick the product up on a brush and just blend it out that way. So that is just a personal preference thing. I don't know, maybe I need more practice with the applicator, but I've never liked how cushion foundations apply with the applicator they bring. So that is one qualm I have. I will say though, price point is pretty fair. You can find it like on Yes Style. I got mine on Amazon. I think even TikTok shop sells it now. I don't know. But yeah, it's pretty much all over the place as you I'm sure you've seen everyone talking about this particular foundation. Now everyone is like saying this foundation like is the best foundation on the market. You have to go out and grab it. I'm sure you've seen everyone getting the full PR packages, full trips, gifts, all that stuff. Well, I what I would say as someone who has purchased it myself and I've been trying it, right? I'm just a makeup consumer, not anything more than that. Someone who likes to play with makeup. I think it's a nice foundation. Especially if you I would say this is better for maybe normal to drier skins. As you saw, it got pretty oily on me, and I don't really have oily skin. So if you have very oily skin, I don't know if you'd like this foundation. I feel like might start breaking up a lot quicker on you, maybe a little bit too shiny. For prep, I wouldn't recommend going in with anything too heavy because the foundation itself does have some dewiness already in it. It does already have some moisture. So try to go with more lightweight face moisturizers or sunscreens that day. Because if you wear anything too heavy, I find that it does make the foundation not wear that well, in my experience. But I think for the price point, it's a decent foundation. And I really, again, like that they bring or they come out in a mini size and a full size. I think that's pretty cool, innovative. It's a cushion, so you can like just throw it in your bag. Don't have to worry about it like spilling, package breaking. It's like a plastic. On a scale of 1 to 10, one being the worst, 10 being the best, I rate it like a 7.5. I think for the price point, it's a very good foundation. They're coming out with more shades, so it's a bit more um ex- well, what's the word? Inclusive. Lower her collection. If you already have foundations that you love in your collection, I don't think you need to like run out and grab this. I don't think this is gonna replace Your Holy Grail foundation. I think it's okay. Yeah, that's where I stand. I will go ahead and leave the products I used today down below. If there's an asterisk and you shop through that link, I'd make a small commission that I could put back into this channel. But if that makes you uncomfortable, you can just shop directly from the retailer. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share. Are you trying out this foundation? Are you skipping it? Are you believing the hype? Let me know down below. Just want to thank anyone who takes the time to watch my videos. I really appreciate you. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Take care. I'm so ready to go take a shower and wash this makeup off now. Bye.